Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
Wow!
That was excellent.
There you go.
Welcome,
Now,
everyone.
our royalties are quite reasonable.
Welcome to this beginning of spring edition of
That's
Missoula
right,
Live.
it
Today's the
is.
first day, apparently.
That's
right?
what they say.
It's a
so
little
they tell
cold
us.
outside. I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television.
And I'm Kim Anderson. I'm on the board of MCAT.
And I want to thank Cindy, Donna, and Gail is here, and Jan. And Jan is here, representing the Five Valleys Chorus and the Sweet Adelines. We'll get to talk to them a little later, but I have a few MCAT things I want to share. I've got 3 MCAT things.
Something big coming.
Yes, MCAT is having an anniversary party. We finally located the place. It's the Downtown Dance Collective in the La Flèche building on East
A wonderful
Main
space.
Street, West Main Street. The party is going to involve a few dignitaries. There'll be a program at 6 that will last a very brief time, but there'll be free appetizers, free beer and wine. It'll be part of the first Friday in May, which is the Cinco de Mayo, May
that's
5th.
right. And it's to celebrate
The 27th anniversary of MCAT's cable casting and all the people that have helped this organization in all that amount of time.
Yeah. Think of all the people that have been on this show, all
Oh
the
my
other
gosh,
shows you've
yeah.
done over the years.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I've been doing this show for about 17 years, and I kind of lost count. I was up to 1,013 guests somewhere at the end of last year. I'll have to go back and add them. So the other things coming up at MCAT are, of course, our summer camps. They're going to begin in the middle of June. They're on the MCAT website, mcat.org, and there you can register online, you can pay online, you can apply for scholarships. So there's scholarships available so that if you know of a child that wouldn't be able to take advantage of this opportunity, fill out a scholarship form.
Right.
And one more thing. Oh, the animation is still going on.
Oh, really?
Saturday drop-in animation every Saturday from 1 to 5 p.m. There's a small $10 fee, and I guess they got swamped for spring break. They had 12 kids.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
I don't know if word is at that MCAT has the virtual reality glasses so that kids, when they take a break from doing this animation, get to visit other worlds and whatnot. There we see Liam
Pretty
on the
spectacular,
screen
yeah.
enjoying some limited form of
He's in
combat.
an
I'll assume.
alternate reality.
As many seem to be.
Some of us don't need glasses.
Right. So that's pretty much all my MCAT news.
Okay, and I only have one thing for Humanities Montana, and that is that we have a grant deadline coming up. April 20th. So if you are doing a public program in the humanities, whether it's history or literature, philosophy, environmental studies, legal studies, religious history, art history, go to our website, please. It's up there on the screen right now. And take a look at our guidelines under grants and call me, Kim Anderson, if you have any questions about it. We have no upper limit to our grants. It's anything over $1,000 for our regular grants. And our biggest requirement is that your program be free and open to the public.
Nice. Well, we are ready to welcome our guest who had welcomed us to the show.
Lovely.
That was so nice. We said just right before we went on air, we said we need an opening song. Meaning in general, we need an opening song. But you guys said, oh, we could do that. It was very impressive.
That's what we do.
Definitely. Well, you are all members of the Five Valley Chorus Sweet Adelines. Is that the full name, or is it Five Valley Chorus? Because I was on the website today.
Oh, yeah. The Sweet Adelines International is the international organization of women singing barbershop harmony. And it genuinely is an international organization. There's Sweet Adelines in everywhere. England, the Swedish singers are incredible. New Zealand, they're all over the world.
Japan.
So we're part of that. It's very exciting.
That is.
And our chorus here in Missoula is called the Five Valley Chorus.
Oh, I got it. Okay, I got it. So the full name really is the Five Valley Chorus of the Sweet Adelines International.
And you guys have been around, not you personally, but the organization has been around a long time, hasn't it? Here in Missoula.
In Missoula, I think our chorus is 42 years old.
Wow.
43 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long history.
Yeah, and many of us have been in the chorus we have 2 original members in the chorus still.
Really?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That's
It's just great.
really
and they're
impressive.
still active and, yeah, it's a lifelong sport.
Yeah.
Someone in the website said, oh, they've been leading it since 1983. I remember that little scrap of information.
Our director, Candy Johnson,
Yes,
she's magnificent.
since 1983.
High energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sound, you know, when you were rehearsing and for the opening, it put me in mind of Lemon Sisters, Andrew Sisters. That sound, you know, that
A
harmony.
close harmony. Yeah.
4-part harmony a cappella,
Right.
so there's no instrumentation involved, and our voices make all the music. Ring
And
the chords.
if people are interested in maybe looking into whether they could join the group, what's involved in that?
Anybody else want to chat, or shall I just
Just go ahead.
Basically, if they go to our website, fivevalley.sweetadelines.com, there's a place where you can contact us, and it comes to me. And we would just invite them to our practices, which are on Tuesday evenings at 7 at the River Valley Church right over, kitty corner from the courthouse. And we practice every Tuesday evening, and we welcome guests like crazy. So after just being there a few times, learning the sense of hearing, that kind of harmony, they can join. We make it as easy as possible, and we love
Oh,
guests.
that's great.
Yeah, so everybody's welcome.
That's
Wonderful.
terrific.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you.
and what occasioned me getting in touch with you was the concert coming up. I got the news release, and I thought, oh, this will be really an interesting visit, and I think a lot of people might want to go to the concert coming up on
hope so.
April 1st at 7. Do you want to tell people a little about it? Because the roster,
It's
It's
yeah,
pretty
it's
full
not just
roster
you
of
guys,
folk.
it's a lot of people involved, right?
Well, the name of our concert is Music Brings Us Together. We are going to be having the show in conjunction with the Rocky Mountaineers, which is the men's barbershop harmony group here in Missoula. And we have special guests. The Missoula Gay Men's Chorus will be joining us. And we also have a number of local area quartets that will be taking part in the concert as well. So
nice.
The last song is both our chorus, the Rocky Mountaineers, and the Gay Men's Chorus. We're all going to be singing a patriotic song together, so that'll be a thrill for all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How many
it's
people then?
one of those epic songs.
Is it?
Really
Yeah.
beautiful.
wonderful.
Yeah.
How many folks will gather then on the stage of the church between those groups? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Maybe 60.
About
yeah.
60 maybe.
Wow, that's full bodied. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's very exciting. You know, we love to do a show or a concert every year. This year we're doing it now on April 1st because our chorus and our quartets are getting ready to go to contest in Spokane, Washington, regional contest.
Good warm-up
The end of
then.
April, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and we compete with choruses, Alaska, Washington, Idaho, and most of Montana. So, yeah, it'll be exciting, and it's really fun to have an audience support us as we prepare for that.
Are you familiar with that show Glee?
Oh, yeah.
This made me think of that. And maybe it's done a lot too to popularize
It has.
human voice.
I
You know,
bet.
popularize the concept of song, and in a not in a. I don't mean low tech. I mean whatever this is that we can do is pretty amazingly high tech that we do with
Boy.
a natural
It is.
voice.
Well, and it's something that you can do at any age, too.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our youngest member is 19, and oldest is what, 80?
87.
87 right now. So, yeah, it's a wide variety of folks that take part in this hobby. So.
Would you encourage viewers that say, I'm scared, to come on a Tuesday to the trials? And they can call first and get all the directions and everything.
That's the glory of singing in a chorus, though, because you aren't, you're not in the limelight. You're part of a body of people who are all singing together, and so it's a wonderful way for people who aren't, experienced performers maybe, but love to sing. It's perfect.
Well, there's a myth about singing in Sweet Adelines because when we get on stage, we try to sound pretty good. But the fact of the matter is that we have members who don't read music. We have lots of members, including me, who are not at all formally trained in singing. But in Sweet Adelines, you get the opportunity to sing, and you get lots of coaching and lots of really fun instruction. You learn a lot as well as sing just totally fun music.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds really great. If people want to go to the concert, can they go to I see some information about obtaining tickets anyway. They can get tickets online at the 5valleysweetadelines.com.
Actually, the tickets are available at Morgan Roth Music
Okay, makes sense.
at the door, and then all of the barbershoppers that are participating have tickets. So if you know a barbershopper, hit 'em up.
If you, or you just hear someone humming on the street corner,
Yeah.
chances are good, right?
That's
And
right.
I'll mention the ticket prices. Hopefully, it wouldn't break anyone. Adults are 12, students 10, children 5 and under are free.
And also
Seniors
seniors
are 10. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
good,
Yeah, I didn't see them on there.
Yeah.
Seniors are 10.
the tickets.
Okay.
So, and again, this is April 1st at
Yes.
7 p.m. and it's at the Discovery
Alliance
Alliance Church,
Church.
which is
It's in the neighborhood behind, on Connery Way. It's in the neighborhood behind Home Depot, kind of. It's right across the street from the Springs and Hunter's Glen. There's senior
okay, I
residences.
know where that is.
And we'll have signs out by the parking lot so that you'll know where the concert entrance will be. So.
Can you give, I guess we should go pretty soon because you're going to do another number. A little of the program, like what songs will be on the program?
You're ending with a bang. We know that.
We're singing Undecided,
She's the pitch pipe.
Swing Medley, Crazy Little Thing, Java Jive, Come Fly With Me, Bye Bye Baby,
Oh.
Wonderful World. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lots
Freddie
of.
Mercury, Crazy
Yeah.
Little Thing.
Oh, so it's not
That's a
just
good
like
one.
the traditional
That's a good
songbook.
one.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot.
No.
Yeah.
What fun.
And then the other groups, the Rocky Mountaineers, which is the men's version of Sweet Adelines, Barbershop Quartets, and Missoula Gay Men's Chorus.
Well, it
Should
sounds
be
like
really fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a great night. I hope everyone can turn out for it. And we're going to take a public service announcement.
Well, and maybe, I don't know, Scott, can you show the parade? So MCAT was in the St. Patty's Day parade
Right.
last Saturday. So some people complained, and I guess anyone complain about anything, but they said, "What's it so early for?" The
I
parade was
heard that
Saturday,
it hurt.
March the 10th.
It hurt attendance a little bit.
But next year, for the complainers, it's going to match up.
Right.
Because St. Patty's Day will be on a
Yeah, I
Saturday.
guess it was just a quirk of the calendar.
The Ancient Order of Hibernians put it on, and they said, well, this is when it's going to be, the Saturday before St. Patty's Day. So this past year, it was the widest gap between the two dates.
was,
And
yeah.
next year. But anyway, we had a great time.
Yeah.
We really did. And Ron Scholl recorded some of the parade, so I thought, why not show that to the folks at home?
A little bit of that, and then we're going to get to hear a number from.
The Sweet Adelines
The Sweet
from the
Adelines.
other room, so we'll be right back after we
Alrighty.
get set up.
Thank you for letting us be
Oh,
here to
you're
talk
most
about our
welcome.
show.
Bye bye, baby. Remember, you're my baby when they give you the eye. Although I know that you care, won't you write and declare that though on the loose, you are still on the square? I'll be gloomy. Send that rainbow to me, then my shadows will fly. You'll be gone for a while. I know that I'll be smiling with my baby by and by and by. Baby, won't you please come home, 'cause your mama's all alone. You know that I have tried in vain, never no more to call your name. When you left, you broke my heart. Never thought we'd part. Every hour of the day, hear me say, baby, won't you please come home? I'll be gloomy. Send that rainbow to me, then my shadows will fly. You'll be gone for a while. I know that I'll be smiling with my baby by and by, with my baby by and gonna be flying high. Bye, bye.
That was great. Thank you.
Missoula Community Access Television works with kids in an active learning environment where they get hands-on experience in video production. MCAT offers weekly Saturday classes that spark creativity in kids from 9 to 13 years of age. Located downtown at 500 North Higgins. MCAT Saturday Drop-Ins. Create your story.
I mean, I was just a kid. And you never knew what mood he was gonna be in when he came home. It was brutal. My dad, he would come home and there's one time where
Good job, bring it back. Chad wasn't a football player per se. He was just a kid that needed to be a part of something. I don't think he had anyone as a role model or someone showing him what to do. It's okay, you're doing good. You're okay.
Coach Marr was the only person I really trusted in this town. He was always there.
And I'm so proud of you. Done well. Done well.
Sergeant Greg Amos with the Missoula Police Department. I'd like to talk a little bit about bicycles riding on the sidewalks in the city of Missoula, which we see a lot because Missoula is a very bike-friendly town. I would just like to let bicyclists know that they do have to yield to pedestrians on the sidewalk safely because they travel faster than a pedestrian, so they do have to do that in a safe manner. And then when you get to a crosswalk, you are actually required to slow your bicycle down to what would be called a pedestrian pace, and you cannot begin crossing until it's safe to do so.
Birthdays come and go, each year adding up to a lifetime full of extraordinary moments. At Missoula Aging Services, we promote the independence, dignity, and health of older adults. We are ready to help connect seniors to the help they need. Knowing you've got friends to support you, each birthday can be special. See how we can help. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
For too long, corporate tobacco has exploited our people, manipulated our practices, and profited from our addiction. No more. If you struggle with commercial tobacco addiction, call the American Indian Commercial Tobacco Quit Line today at 1-855-372-0037 and talk to
We are back, thanks to the Sweet Adelines for that concert.
Yeah, that was fun to have live music.
I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed holding the mic in the other room and feeling, you know, the power. Yeah, the power of the human voice.
Yeah.
You know, it made me think the importance of live music. To be in the same space as the performers, it's a different experience.
Yes.
It's not virtual.
That's right.
Well, Bethany and Allie are here from the Blue Mountain Clinic. Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, you know it. I had contacted you guys because the perennial favorite, Off the Rack, is coming up. And I thought, at first you want to talk about that, but there's also another topic, which is the teen sex education, but it has a name, Entrust.
It is called Entrust Youth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that we've been working on.
do you want to talk about Off the Rack first?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's April 1st.
It is. It's
I know it's at the
it's
Missoula
very soon.
Community Theater,
Yep, it's
also
gonna be
known as the Missoula
MCT.
Children's Theater, MCT.
Yeah.
But you guys can fill out the details. I don't want to give it all away.
Right. In case someone hasn't been to Off the Rack, tell people a little bit about
Yeah, so Off the Rack actually started 10 years ago, and it has historically been a condom fashion show. This year we're changing the format just a little bit, so it will still be part condom fashion show with some great artistic pieces. But we're also adding some variety acts, so there'll be some dance pieces, some singing, some comedy.
Oh, interesting. See, for a long time it was kind of like crowdsourced in a way, like YouTube is, where people say they're going to volunteer to present their design, their costume, their concept.
Yep.
So there's a prepared entertainment package in between.
Yeah, so it'll be just a brief runway and then a lot of other stuff. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell people too, like there's a point to it, you know, it's sexually explicit, but it's to celebrate human sexuality and so on.
Yeah, and that's what it was started for 10 years ago, was kind of raising awareness. So this ties into the Entrust Youth too, raising awareness around healthy sexuality in our community by using humor and art to show that there are other ways to bring awareness around those issues. And as someone who was actually a performer before I was involved with Blue Mountain Clinic, it is really amazing to take part in and feel that
so
energy.
you
I've been in
participated
it.
in
I've
that.
been in. Yeah. My hockey team.
Oh,
My women's hockey team
Your whole team was
in it. We made our hockey gear out of condoms.
Wow.
And yeah, and then wore high heels instead of skates.
Yeah. That was a great piece. Really
Yeah,
fun
and
one.
so this year is the 10th anniversary, but this year also marks the 40th anniversary of Blue Mountain Clinic overall.
Isn't that
so it's
something?
a big year,
big
both
celebration.
for the event and for the clinic.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I was reminded, looking on the website today, that Judy Smith was one of the founders
Yes.
of Blue Mountain Clinic.
Yeah, and there was a whole oral history thing that was done around her, with a lot of people coming together to talk about her life and her contributions.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. We have somewhere in the MCAT archives, when an arsonist lit the Blue Mountain Clinic because it provides abortion services. Someone lit it on fire, and an MCAT producer, recorded officials, and in a different place, like in
It was
parking
on
lot
Kensington?
off Brooks.
Right.
Yes, Kensington. And it was
Early
a pretty
90s,
serious day.
Right.
Yeah.
So lots to celebrate, and certainly the clinic is more needed and more timely now than it's been in its entire history. So
Yes.
it's important for people to come out and support.
It
the
absolutely is.
Absolutely. Yep, we've been there for 40 years. Our plan is to be there for 40 more. So they should definitely come down and celebrate.
show. So is this a ticketed event?
It is. And all of the VIP tickets are sold out.
Oh,
Great.
good for
That's
you.
good.
The balconies
The
is
balcony's
sold out.
sold out, and they're still.
There are less than 100 floor seats left. People can get tickets online through our website. They will increase in cost the day of the show.
So go online. If not right now, right after the show. and
Absolutely.
get a ticket. It's April 1st, which is Saturday.
Yes.
A week from Saturday, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, doors at 6, show at 7.
Fun.
Yes, it'll be great fun.
Now tell us a little bit about Entrust and what's going on with that program.
Yeah, so it's actually called Entrust Youth, and it's actually one program that service is actually for two kind of different populations. The main idea behind it is to be an online resource for people who work with youth to get some sexuality education. A lot has changed even in the last 5 years around sexuality and what people need to know. And sometimes just every community doesn't have those resources like we're so lucky to have here. So it'll be a place that people who work with youth, teachers, youth organizations, social workers, nurses, doctors, kind of anybody can go and get some of that. And the other side of that is a program called Trust You. So again, part of that Entrust Youth. And that is actually, that is for youth run by youth. So we have a youth advisory board. They've actually been behind the creation of the entire program. And they will run that part of the program, and it will be sexuality education for youth by youth.
That's a huge component, I would think. I know. I mean, first of all, it's important that any, people in so many different roles may have an opportunity or be in a position where they're asked questions by youth, and to be prepared for that, to give, affirming and positive not information
Absolutely.
to youth is important, but also kids talking to kids.
And that's where a lot of youth get their information is peer-to-peer.
Sure.
Yep.
And often it can be misinformation.
That's
Really, really often it can be. Yep. Which is why our program will be, it'll be a medically accurate, all-inclusive program.
I saw online that people could, sign up to be part of Entrust. Is that right?
Yes, we have a youth advisory board, and we'll be taking applications the end of this school year for next school year. Yep, and then we are also looking for volunteers who want to be kind of our first testers of the website when we unveil it later this spring.
And when you say volunteers, do you mean youth or?
Both.
Both.
Yep,
Okay.
youth and those who work with youth. Yeah. Just to test it and give feedback.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
So people that want to preview it, or if they are interested in participating, is it bluemountainclinic.org? I can't remember.
That is it.
Okay.
Yep. It's a mouthful.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
And the show, Saturday, April Fool's Day, April 1st, at Missoula Community Theater.
Yes.
And tickets are in limited supply, which
Right.
is great.
Yep. Don't dally. That number, yeah, we had more last week, and they're
Yeah.
flying out.
And it's a whole night of entertainment and condom fashion.
Yes.
And it's a hugely fun time.
It's very fun, yeah.
MCAT has recorded it
Yeah.
almost every year for the last 10. I think we've missed a few, though.
Here and there.
I should have thought, to ask Scott to pull it out of the YouTube.
I bet there's
maybe
some
he
fun
will
stuff,
for the
yeah.
very end. I
On
don't
my
know.
hockey team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun
We'll
different
try
stuff.
to
Find it. Interest Youth will be there. They're selling condom jewelry.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, it's
So
like a
some little-
fundraiser.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they've been hard at work making all sorts of things. We have earrings, we have necklaces, we have bracelets. There's a keychain. There's all sorts of things.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, anything you want to add before we go?
No, get your tickets.
Right.
Get your tickets,
Tickets.
support Blue Mountain, support
Yeah.
healthy sexuality in Missoula.
There you
Right.
have it. So I don't know what Scott is going to show you. Thank you both,
Thank you.
Bethany
Thank
and
you for
Allie,
having us.
for coming. Scott's going to show you something. We'll bring John out from Missoula Art Museum to talk about the latest exhibits there. And he may allude to the art park. And
Oh,
they may
yeah.
come back and talk more about the art
I
park.
drove slowly the other day
Right.
just to see
Yeah.
what was going on.
So,
Yeah.
so that's going to have an official unveiling, probably on Earth Day, April 22nd.
Oh my gosh, exciting.
Yeah, I think it's pretty exciting. Anyway, so watch this, and we'll be right back. Okay, here's Bert.
Your local library, igniting the passion for reading.
How would you like to have an endless supply of books, movies, music, audiobooks, and even ebooks whenever you want? Your library card can do all that, and it doesn't cost a thing. You can pick up a library card anytime the library is open, free of charge to residents. All you need is a picture ID with your current address. The library will then verify your address, and once they have, your library card will be good for life. Library card holders may borrow several items to enjoy all at once. Be sure to check the return dates, as they may vary depending on what items you check out. It's so easy to get access to all the library has to offer, and best of all, it's free. To learn more, stop by your local library or visit their website.
This message brought to you by the Greater Montana Foundation and the Montana State Library.
At Missoula Aging Services, you'll always be greeted with a warm welcome. Whether you are caring for an aging loved one or you're an older adult yourself, our friendly staff is ready to connect you to the help you need. You will always get unbiased advice, a free assessment of your needs, and personalized information about the resources available. See what we can do for you. Call 728-7682 or log on to MissoulaAgingServices.org.
And we are back with John Caldesby. He is here representing the Missoula Art Museum, where he is the assistant curator. Welcome, John. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hanging around
Yeah,
to be
you
on our
bet.
show.
It's good to have someone from the museum come by.
Yeah, it is. Well, we know that the museum is going to exhibit a one-time Missoula resident, Sheila Miles.
Yes.
And that opening is coming up the first Friday in April.
First Friday in April is April 7th. Sheila came to Montana first, I think, in the early 80s. She moved to Billings. And she actually worked outside of Billings. I think she got a grant to teach in rural schools was the first thing, and she taught art, and I don't remember now, I should have looked that up. But she developed an art program somewhere out in eastern Montana, and she did that for a few years, I think. And then she had her son, and they moved to Billings, and she taught, and she had a job at the Missoula Art Museum, the Yellowstone Art.
Yeah, that's
Yellowstone Art
out
Museum.
there.
She worked there. She curated shows there, and she painted. She's always been a really just a prolific painter, and She moved to Missoula in, I think, in the 90s sometime. She was in Missoula for maybe almost 10 years and moved away in the early 2000s, I think. Went to California, now she's in Santa Fe. She's teaching in Santa Fe. So anyway, yeah, she taught a lot of classes at the art museum here, and she's just super well known by all the artists and the art community in town.
Absolutely. And Scott just had a few of the pieces that I
Yes.
from the exhibit.
He was showing them.
But for Missoulians, probably the thing that will click with immediately is her piece at the airport. She has
that's
that
right.
huge piece
Yeah,
at
she
the
does.
waiting room, the 3 people sitting in the waiting room.
Okay, yeah.
at the
Yeah.
airport.
That's right.
Which I always kind of appreciate when I'm.
Oh, I
flying
love
around.
seeing artists at the
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah.
Brian
But
Schmidt
okay,
was
that's
another one that I enjoy seeing there.
Yeah.
But her style, I mean, this is newer. This kind of
It
work
is.
from Sheila, right? Can you
Yeah,
tell us a
this
little bit?
series of work she's been doing for just a couple years. And it's definitely a major departure for her. The way she used to work and what she's probably most well known for are images they're figurative and they're narrative.
Yeah.
And they're actually kind of, she paints the way that the surrealists used to paint,
Yeah.
kind of automatic. Like she always said she'd just approach a canvas and just start painting. And then whatever came of it. And they were always really internal, kind of personal narratives. There was always a lot of conflict in them.
Yeah.
And I think she said that she got to a point where she couldn't do that anymore. She just, it was painful at times and just difficult. And she went to these paintings of houses. She'd always drive around with her husband on the weekends. They'd drive around all over New Mexico, and she'd take pictures of things that she liked.
Right.
And so she went back and she began painting these. And I think they're really great for, the show's called Light and Shadow. She's really focused on light and shadow. I think that what she's doing by choosing buildings as a subject matter, but she's making really a non-objective painting. They're really abstract paintings when you just look at the way she uses bold color and shapes to define space and actually create depth. But at the same time, she flattens them out at times. If you look at just the shapes, it's a really strongly composed abstract painting with shape and color, defining it.
That's what's so striking to me about it. I mean, you can tell what it is she's objectively portraying, but it has a really abstract feel to it. All the parts become a little disassociated.
She's really kind of studying painting through them. They're not exercises. I mean, they're very complete. They're beautiful paintings. The show's wonderful.
Is it watercolor, John? I was
No,
looking at
they're mostly oil on canvas.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It has a dreamy watercolor. Yeah, those light separations, like the blue sky on the top of the house, and there's that white line like that.
They're really nice paintings. The color is really saturated and crisp, and she paints with that really, you can still see that loose gestural line and the shadow and the way she puts the paint on the canvas. And it looks like, I mean, she definitely probably, works quickly, but she doesn't just crank those out. She spends a lot of time on those. Sheila's a real painter's painter. And like when we talked about the work, they're kind of painting for painting's sake, and that's what she wanted to do. She just wanted to paint. And so she used the subject matter as just a point of departure to get into the...
And I mean, this is kind of a big event because it's been quite a while. At least I can't remember the last time Sheila had a show here.
Yeah, she hasn't had a show, and I don't know that she's even been back to Missoula in a while. So yeah, it'll be great to have her back. She's excited. She's really excited to come back.
And she will be around for the opening.
She'll arrive on Thursday and she'll be here Friday for the opening. It's the artist reception, so she'll be here all night. She'll give a gallery talk at 7 p.m., which we always do. And then on Saturday morning, we've been doing it for about a year, what we call Saturday Plus. And so that oftentimes, if we have an artist who's from out of town, we invite them to stay and do a more kind of casual and smaller discussion. Yeah, so because First Friday can be kind of hectic.
Yeah, a lot of coming and going.
They do
Which is fun.
It's fun.
But you can't have a lot of serious interaction.
Right. It's hard to hear sometimes, and so she'll do a brief gallery talk and introduce the work. But then on Saturday, people are welcome to come and have coffee come at 10:30, and at 11 o'clock, we'll sit down in the gallery and do a Q&A, or sometimes an artist
That's really
can just, you know, talk about the work specifically or her process or whatever she wants to do. And then she's also doing, that afternoon, we're really getting our money's worth out of it.
Yeah.
She's doing an adult painting class in the afternoon.
Oh, nice. What gallery will her work be shown in?
It is upstairs. It's in the Silver Family Foundation Gallery. So that's the middle gallery upstairs. Yeah.
Right.
And there are, I think there's 13 or 14 paintings in there. It looks really, really nice.
Yeah.
We put it up right after the auction ended, and it was still the dead of winter and gray and
all that
very,
New
very
Mexico.
cold and very bleak. And we put those paintings up. It felt so great.
I bet. It felt like spring is here.
Yeah.
No doubt. And then, so the opening April 6th. 7th. And then several months on the run of the exhibit?
Yeah, and I don't even know the dates. It opened, so like I said, it opened like February 15. It goes to the end of June, I believe.
Oh, yeah. So
it's a nice long run. And then Sheila just got a hold of me. She's going to have a show up in Whitefish. She arranged an exhibit up there. So some of the work, she'll come back, and some of the work will go up there. So.
Oh, nice.
So she's kind of, she's going to.
And we should mention just what else is going on in the museum right now, which is a pretty big deal as well, the audio collection, correct?
Right.
Oh, that's right. I just saw something about it that Bethany sent over today.
Yeah, that's been up. It's been on view for a week and a half or so. And so that's Brandon Renches, my coworker, he curated the show, working with Chris and Lisa Audio mostly, going through Leela and Rudy's collection in their home, and it's an incredible collection of art. I mean, they knew so many artists and were friends with so many people, and it's really regional, but it's, you know, and it's kind of the best of some of the artists that came through here or out of here, but there's also nationally recognized international artists too. So it's a big show. It was a lot of work to get it in there. But yeah, that's an exciting show.
So it's a great time to step into the Missoula Art Museum. You've got multiple things going on that are kind of once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Cool.
And there is a slogan, is it not? Free expression, free admission.
Correct.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So people can become members for a pretty reasonable rate, but if you've never been or it's been a very long time, you can go for free.
Right. Just
Always like
check it out.
saying, on the corner of Patty and Pine.
Yeah.
Because it is on the corner of Patty and Pine.
It is.
And you can't miss it. And I don't know, maybe if you just want to allude to, Scott was showing a bit of that poster showing the Earth Day activities. And I think people can't help but notice that the corner of Patty and Pine has changed materially in the last year.
I drove really, really slow by it just 2 days ago going, I wonder what's going on.
Yeah.
Just to see where you
So
were.
it snuck up on you a little bit.
I just wanted to see what progress
It
had
was-
been made now that the snow's gone.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean,
that's true.
They worked on the art park. You're talking
Yes.
about
Yeah.
the art park. So yeah, last fall we closed the street and cut the trees down, and that was super shocking to everybody.
Yeah.
And
Oh, those trees, yeah. Some of them were like right in the wires. You know, they had
they were the small
pollarded
those-
them. Yeah.
right just on the sidewalk there.
Yeah.
They cut those down and they tore all the sidewalk and half the road up and pushed it all out, and they worked on it, and it was a mess, and it was inconvenient for a lot of people for a while. And then as soon as they wrapped it up, or they were pushing to wrap it up, when the snow flew, like, you know, December 1st, and we've had snow ever since. So.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, it just melted, and now you can kind of see it. So.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
But right, so we are going to do the inaugural exhibit out there. We'll be installing the work around April 17, 18, and so, yeah, just in about a month. And the opening exhibit is called By the Bike, and so it's in conjunction with Adventure Cycle across the street. Because
Partners in the art park.
yeah, they partnered with us and helped us get that done. So doing artworks focused on the bicycle, and we invited 5 sculptors to react to that. Pretty basic, just a loose idea. So yeah, we'll install 5 sculptures outside for the first time in the park, and on April 21, the Friday, that'll be kind of a reception for the artists and kind of the unveiling of the park. And then the next day on Earth Day, there will be events at the museum in conjunction with other Earth Day,
all over
ongoing.
town, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Free Cycles, Missoula Urban Demonstration Project has invited us, and you've agreed to table there.
I will do it.
We're going to be doing Google virtual reality, so Google Maps in VR, so people will fly around this planet we call home, kind of a
Well,
thing.
maybe you do.
That's right. Well, we're all alienated to varying degrees. We are here and we are not here.
Well, it's so exciting to anticipate this. It's been
Oh yeah, great project.
Anticipation's been building for
Yeah.
it, and it'll be fun to see.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and so, yeah, I mean, we replanted trees and the shrubs, and there will be a little more planting. They didn't put the ground cover in, and some of the lower shrubs in the, it was the end of November, and
Right.
they didn't want to do that. So that'll get started again real soon here, because they have to get it.
Yeah, it's got to get ready for
done.
this big unveiling.
But it is just kind of such a wonderful, welcoming space. Just looking at the way the bricks and the plaza area is set up between Adventure Cycle and the museum.
Oh yeah, and it's a wonderful, restoration to the museum because, when it was a Carnegie Library, there was
there as a child.
the little lawn with the weeping willow tree in it. A lot of people, wept green tears when that was taken down to accommodate the expansion of the museum.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And now, the museum on the north side is able to enjoy a little bit of a sculpture park. So I think that's brilliant, and it's where the People's Market is held. So that's really great that other people will casually come upon that space. Just doing the Saturday markets. But what I don't know, and we might have to wait until Earth Day to find out, if those pissoir things are unisex or not.
Oh.
Because it has that thing, that outdoor urinal, and
That's the thing you notice right now.
well, I don't think a lot of people
That's the
haven't.
sculpture. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a public bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was a big part of the park. I mean, the park has been planned, I think, ever since we did the expansion.
Right.
Laura and a lot of the committee and board always envisioned that, and it's been 10 years. It took that long. But the city also, I think, one of the mayor's downtown advisory groups saw the need for a public restroom somewhere on this north end of downtown.
Right.
For the People's Market and the Farmers Market and all these.
Yeah.
The closest public bathrooms are down at Karis, and that's kind of a long ways away.
Yeah, it works for the River Market folk and
on
the
that
carousel.
Saturday, so people walking around with their kids and strollers and whatnot. So this is called a Portland Loo. It's a special, it was designed in Portland, Oregon by a couple of guys. And so as you can see, it's kind of long and wide, and that's so that you can pull your bike into it or push a stroller into it. It's open air on the bottom. The hand washing is on the outside. They designed it to avoid any kind of, in welcoming people to just go in there and camp out or stay. So it's not heated. It's open.
But
seasonal.
Yeah, I mean, usable.
Seasonal. You can use the toilet and then you exit to wash your hands and whatnot, and you can see if there's something, if there are people in there. So it should be fine in that, but it'll be nice to have a public restroom.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like the newest technology out there.
Yeah.
Worth coming out for, people.
Go see the new
That's right. If you're shy, this is your opportunity. I don't want to wear them out.
Yeah.
I mean, John, is there
I think
anything
we
more
already have.
you,
I think
you
we've
would like
gone
to
beyond that
add?
right now.
Right.
Well, so the Sheila Mama
I can
Show,
ask
the
questions.
audio collection.
Yeah.
It's go to the museum, go check out the shows, and in a few short weeks, spring will be here, and you will be able to inaugurate the sculpture.
That's
park.
right.
Yeah, I'm really looking for it. I sat on the committee with that too while it was being built, and it'll be nice because I mean there'll be some sculpture out there, but I mean the seating, and it's going to be a really great place to just have lunch, or I mean it's open. It's a city park actually, so the city they maintain it.
So
in
for
that
people
sense.
who work downtown or, you know, or downtown shopping or something, just a nice, quiet, beautiful place.
And I think the adventure cycle side, they're going to have a few tables with seating on. That's what they wanted over on their side. It won't be permanent, but
Yeah.
for the summertime too.
Right.
Well, sure, and they accept a lot of visitors, you know,
Sure.
that are going cross country on their bikes,
Right.
and they go to this mecca that's down the street and around the corner.
It is.
Yeah.
Because of their
It is amazing.
years
how
and
many-
years that they celebrated their 40th.
Yeah.
They started as adventure cycling in 1976.
They started as
Bicentennial in
Because
1976.
my first work study job when I was at the university
come
was
on.
a copy
Really?
editor for them, a proofreader.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And Greg just retired
I know,
Yeah.
I know.
on his
Saw that.
on his 40th
Yeah, the 40th
anniversary
year.
of yeah.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. And Greg gave us a tour, you know, of the space. They have all these bicycles that have been on epic trips, like the one that he took from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego
Yeah.
or something. But, you know, of different manufacture and style and sensibility. So it's a lovely location for this
Yeah.
park.
They do
And then
great things at that
the
building.
boulevard, right, that used to contain the streetcar, you know, on Pine Street. It's a nice location for it. Really worth seeing for folks. Corner of Petty and Pine. April 21st for that unveiling.
Yeah, that's the Friday evening, and then the Saturday all day.
Yeah.
Right.
The
And
festivities.
again, April 7th for the Artist Talk with Sheila
Yeah.
Miles and some other events the next day,
And then Saturday morning, the 8th, yeah.
Yeah.
I
All
think
right.
we talked ourselves out.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've overstayed our welcome. But thank you, John. Thanks
Yeah,
for
you bet.
waiting to come on and spending the time with us.
It was fun to watch it all happen back there.
Yeah. Oh, good. Well, thank you to gentle viewer for spending the time with us on this Missoula Live. Now, Kim is going on a holiday, so I guess I'll see you alone in 2
Yes,
weeks.
I won't see you in 2 weeks, but I'll see
Yeah,
you
in a month's time.
in a month.
4 weeks. You'll be back. So on behalf of, oh, thank you, Scott. Well, so I did forget in my opening harangue that if people go to mcat.org, they'll find another new annoying pop-up on the website. And this annoying pop-up is to enable them to have a chance at winning a media bike that's going to be constructed by Free Cycles in honor of MCAT's 27th anniversary. So if people would like to enter, go to mcat.org, wait 2 seconds, the annoying pop-up comes up and it says, do you want to enter the raffle? Give us your email address.
And it's absolutely free, and you might win a bike.
And you might win a bike.
And it's going to be a cool bike. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind bike.
Oh my goodness, yes.
No one else will have a bike like
A
that.
media bike,
Right.
as envisioned by
And
Free
it
Cycles.
will be awarded at the party, or okay.
At the party on May 5th at the Downtown Dance Collective.
Right.
Yeah.
Please join us for that. That'll be
Yes. So we will see you again in 2 weeks. For MCAT, I'm Joel Baird,
fun. And I'm Kim Anderson.
and we'll see you next time.